Oh, I don't know. I think mine goes right away. I have to I'll pull it up on the other computer just to see.
Oh, it says we're live on Facebook for me. So
Whoa, we're live on Facebook, and I think we're live on YouTube at the same time.
really? Oh my God.
This
Let me
is
make sure.
crazy.
Let me make sure. Because it's still, you know how there's always a delay.
I know. I see us on YouTube right now, though.
Wait, I see us on Facebook. I see you on Facebook.
Just me.
But you can hear me.
Well, we can hear you at least.
But you can't. So, people.
If you want to see Amanda, you can go over to YouTube, Mama's Geeky on YouTube.
Okay.
Or you can just hear Amanda. Maybe that's better. Maybe the opposite would be better. Just seeing her, not hearing her.
So maybe we should explain to the people first.
Yeah.
It's me, Crazy Amanda Reacts, and Tessa,
yes.
Mama's Geeky, and we are trying to dual live stream.
Yeah.
So right now we are on the Geekly Show Facebook page.
Yep.
But you can only see Tessa on it and hear both of us, so that's just weird. But I'm like this voice in the background over there. And then, but if you want to see me, you can also go on YouTube to Mama's Geeky, right? To Mama's Geeky, and we're live over there, and you can see both of us. Should I go and look on Mama's Geeky to see?
Yeah, you should. Except the one thing is you keep changing sizes, so I keep moving you around. So.
All right, am I at least skinny? Can you change my size to make me super skinny?
I'll change it to a double zero. How's that?
Not that skinny. I still want a booty, Tessa. Okay. I still like my. Should we be talking? We are talking about Captain Marvel. Oh wait, I do look cute. Here we are. Here, I look cute. Okay, all right.
So you're good.
So yes, we have some viewers already on Facebook. So if you want the voice in the background, Tessa, you should move your lips while I talk.
Okay.
The voice in the background is Amanda. And you can go on Mama's Geeky to see Amanda's face, or you don't have to see me. You can just hear me.
Let's see if I can do this. There's one thing that Brett created for me.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if it's going to work. Hold on.
Well, it'll probably work on YouTube, not on Facebook.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna pop up my logo. Whoa! It showed up on mine. Did it show up for you?
No.
Oh. Well, there's my logo.
Tessa, I'm not even showing up on my side. I'm not even showing up. Definitely your logo is not showing up if I'm not even showing up. But tell them what I'm doing today. I'm excited.
Yes, me too. I'm so excited. I feel like way bigger than you. This is so weird. But yes, I've been telling Amanda. So this series started in July.
Did we even name the series? Did we even say what series we're talking about today?
I have it on my thing, but it's The Life of Captain Marvel, right? The Life of Captain Marvel. Amanda's finding hers. But look, this started back in July, and I started reading it, and I was like, oh, you got a different cover.
I did.
Ooh.
Is this your fifth? Wait, no, you got the issue 1.
This is one. This is my fifth one, but it is a different cover, too.
This is all they had.
Yours is cool, though.
This is all they had for that cover. But yeah, I like them both. And they always have those alternative covers.
The variants, yeah, they do. Which I love.
For this one, that was all they had left. But some of the other ones, because I got some back issues. I had to catch up.
I know.
So it was hard. Do you find it hard choosing the different covers?
Here's the thing. I used to if I pick them myself, but now I just have a poll, so they pull them for me, so it's a lot less stressful. I'll just grab whatever comes. You know what I mean? Whatever they put in the box for me, it's mine. So it's much easier than trying to pick, which one. But I used to. And there was one Spider-Man that had Obama on it a long time, I don't know, 10 years ago, however long ago. And I remember there was I want to say there was 4 or 5 of them. And I was like, I don't know which one I want. And I ended up buying 3 of them. And then they were on eBay for a lot of money.
Really? Just because Obama was on it?
Yeah.
It was probably, if it was 10 years ago, was he just became president?
I think he just became president, yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
No, I'm just,
well,
not political here. No, I won't give.
Well, no, that's one thing because I went to go get all the issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got 2 through 4, but they didn't have 1, which that's hard to get too because everybody wants like the first issue or something,
And
right?
it was July.
Yeah, and the first issue came out in July. So like when I went to go get that, they were saying they were like, well, I don't know. I can try to order. I can see if it's still available to order. But the guy was like, but it's going on for eBay for like $20 now. The first issue already.
Really?
I was like, that's what the guy said. And I was like, uh-oh. But then when he went to go order it, because they have like reprints, right? They have the first print and then like reprints.
Yes.
Now, is there something? Because if it's a reprint, is it not as valuable?
It's not as valuable, yeah. But
okay, but
I mean, if
he
you
was
able, keep them.
Well, he was like, they had reprints, so he ordered one of those, and he goes, but it's still available, or it's on my screen that I can order the first issue, which is weird because of that. So he ordered both of them for me, and he was like, well, to see which one comes just in case, but because I was like, well, if you can get the first one ordered for me, then you can get, I would rather that one if you can do that, but if not, I just want one. I just want the first issue.
Of course.
And you had to actually go on Marco Polo.
I did.
And you had to go on Marco Polo.
I think I did a pretty good job. I showed pictures. I basically read you the comic.
You did. I was like, I need to have this done more often. Just like, because I was driving home and I just put on Marco Polo and was like listening. And I'm like, I need Tessa just to like read comics to me all the time on Marco Polo.
Hey, I'll do it. Joshua Stark is here and says hi. Joshua, we love you. We're so glad you can make it.
Your two favorite people at once.
I know. And Media Shock says, I have no clue with new comics, but welcome the input on key plot points within the universe, which I am excited to tell you about. He says the last comic book he read was Justice League, New Justice League. Hey, Heavy Duty's here too!
Heavy Duty!
Yay!
Why did I make that noise when I said Heavy Duty? I don't know. But yeah, so for people just coming in, today we're going to have are we doing this every Thursday?
I think every Thursday. Next week might be weird with Christmas week, but with the holidays, but as a general... we'll now either Amanda might pick some stuff from her vault. Maybe she goes to her local shop and picks up a series too. She could be the DC girl and I'll be the Marvel girl. Who knows?
I want to be Marvel too.
No, but I mean, but I'm not going to read DC. So, the only one I read is Catwoman, which you should start. It's only on issue 6 and we can talk about Catwoman.
Oh, Megan. I know, Megan. We discussed this. If you want to see us both, go on YouTube to Mama's Geekies live stream because our Facebook thing isn't working. But you can hear me. That's all right. But yeah, so I think I'm going to start getting the new issues again because when I went into the comic shop, it's been a while. And I was like,
isn't the best feeling?
And yeah, just getting the comics, like reading them. I'm like, I miss this. It's been so long. So I'm like, I'm going to have to make it, especially since we have our comic book corner again. I'm just going to have to go and start getting back into it.
And Infinity Wars is almost over, which means there's going to probably be another big crossover coming soon. So I'll keep you up to date on that too. Because
you gotta you're my comic book source. You keep me up to date on all this stuff. You do. So how are we going to start with issue 1? Like, are we going to give them like?
So yeah, I can do a real quick rundown. So issue 1. Bum, bum, bum. So here's the thing. I figured, this is going to be I knew it was going to be a mini series from the beginning. It's going to be 5 or 6 issues, which it ended up being 5. But you never know when something might tie into the movies. And with Captain Marvel coming to theaters, I said, okay, I love Captain Marvel anyway. I was going to pick it up anyway. But I said, this is something I really, really want to read. Because you never know what's going to happen. So it starts off, Captain Marvel is legit beating the crud out of villains. Like, too hard. Like, Tony is like, whoa, calm down. We're not trying to kill them. Like, save some of their body to go to jail, please. Right? Like, he actually said, let's save some to go to bad guy jail. And even Thor and Hulk were like, ooh, Carol, like, take it down a notch. What the heck is wrong with you?
Even Hulk, who has issue problems anyway, right? Even like, you have anger issue problems anyway, Hulk. And if you're saying, oh, you too angry. You too angry. Yeah. Then you know she's got problems.
Right. Exactly. So after the fight, and it's funny because even the villains were like, okay, I surrender. Like, leave me alone. Tony says, like, Carol was like, I can't breathe. And Tony's like, all right, let's go check you out, like, medically, right? So he checks her all over and he's like, there's nothing wrong medically with you. Is there something going on in your head? Like, what's going on?
Panic attacks. Anxiety, panic attacks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, today's Father's Day. And then you see kind of flashbacks of her when she was growing up and like her dad, like, it looks like he's going to hit her. Like he's got his hand back, like he's about to smack her. And so stuff like that is going on. And she's kind of like, Father's Day is not my day. And he's like, well, you need to do something about this or you could hurt somebody or yourself, like really badly. So she decides she's going to go home and visit her mom and her big brother. So she goes home and she sees her mom and her mom's really excited. She bumps into this one guy that runs the donut shop, which they put official donut of Captain Marvel. And she's like, well, I don't remember making this. But so he's kind of important though.
She was like,
he gets a little
I don't even like donuts. I don't even like donuts.
So he's not Tanya. Is that what we're saying?
Oh, where's Tanya?
Oh, Tanya, we love you. But so, I mean, you can see here, like, this is her, like, crying and stuff when her dad's being, like, you know, not nice to her. And so she's a little girl and she's got flashbacks, whatever. She goes and she decides she needs to have a talk with her dad, who's dead. So she goes to his grave. And her little brother is there, or big brother, sorry, and he's drinking, and he offers her a drink, and she's like, no, I'm not drinking.
That runs in the family, y'all. That's what I was saying. I was like, the dad was a drinker. I was like, uh-oh, it's running in the family.
And then she lets him leave so she can finish this conversation, and he drives away. And she punches the grave and smashes the grave. Whoa, Amanda, you just got huge and cut me right out of the screen. See, you're changing sizes here. It's so weird.
Oh, I am. I just saw that. But you're frozen for me, so I wonder if that's why.
I don't know. That's so weird.
I don't know.
Am I frozen? Am I frozen on?
Oh, are you frozen on Facebook?
Yeah, I don't think I am on.
Nobody's
saying anything, so I don't think I'm frozen. Anyway, so she, you know, her brother takes off and he gets in an accident, really bad accident. Like here's a picture, really super bad accident. And so she saves him, but he's like in a coma.
You're frozen on Facebook. Megan, go watch on just her YouTube page. We're live there. I'm just gonna shut the Facebook off then, since you're frozen over here for me.
Can you link it on our Facebook? I wonder.
I'll try to do that.
Okay. Because I'll finish up this comic. Because then you started reading them, so we can talk about them together.
Okay.
Yeah. So, her brother, you know, brain trauma. He's in trouble. He's in the hospital. Mm-hmm. And Tony's like, hey, are you coming back? And she's like, no. And you can tell she's been there a long time because you see her hair grow. Like, her hair was super short. It's getting longer and longer. And that's how they show it.
I like how you always bring, because when she was reading this to me, she was like, and her hair's growing. This is important. Her hair is growing.
So you know a lot of time has passed, right? And actually, I think Tony makes a joke about it. I should find it in here. He says, 9 months now, I can tell time by the nearly imperceptible growth of a woman's hair. It's a skill. So see, he says, like, it's their way of saying, like, yeah, it's been 9 months. Like, it's so funny. But, Megan, she's here. She says she can.
Yay, Megan!
I don't know why I was doing that over on Facebook. Maybe we're trying to each run a casting program, and I wonder if that's why.
It's not working. Not working.
We'll keep playing with it. So anyway, so then she ends up, she's at home now. Like, you know, she's still staying there. They moved her brother home, and she's putting laundry away, and she finds this box with all these letters. Can you see it? Mm-hmm. So, and also like this weird device thing. So she reads the letters, and basically it's like her dad professing his love to some woman. She's like, oh, dad was having an affair. Awesome. And she gets like really pissed, and she sees the device has a hinge on it. So she tries to break it open, and she's like smashing it. And then her mom's like, Carol, like, I need your help. But you see, she's smashing it. And here's what happens. It like shoots off this beacon thing into space. And you're like, what is going on? And it starts talking. It's like creates you don't even know what it is, right? But it like creates, like a baby thing. And you're like, you don't know, you know, what's up in space. They do mention the Kree, so you're like, okay. And then Tony's basically like, are you going to come back? And she's like, I don't know, because, you know, I always thought I didn't think my life was perfect, but I thought love was perfect or whatever. So she's like, doesn't even know. She's like, I thought, basically she's saying, I thought my mom stayed with this a-hole because she loved him. But now, like, he was even cheating on her. What is going on? Like, why was
like everything's confused. Everything, because she's like, all right, he was a cheater and a drunk beater. Oh, that kind of rhymed. A cheater and a drunk beater. So she's like, I don't even understand that. So yeah, I get it, Captain Marvel. Look, this is like dysfunctional superhero like life right here, right? It is dysfunctional superhero life.
Yeah. Dusty's here. Dusty. Hi,
Dusty.
Hey, Dusty. What's up? She said, stop looking so bored. Amanda was trying to fix something. So she wasn't looking bored. She was trying to multitask. And
you're still frozen on my screen. So I actually have, like, Tessa, you're up on my phone now. So I can't, like, you're showing stuff and I can't even see it.
That's so crazy. Pull up the YouTube, but mute it. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Although it'll be a little delayed, but you'll be able to see stuff. So, but yeah, that's so weird that it's I mean, I wonder if I could cast my screen to you now. I don't know if it would mess up while we're.
Don't just look.
Don't even do it. Okay.
No. We'll fix that later. Right now, it's hanging on by a string, and we got 4 more issues to get through.
We do.
So let me show. All right. So are we going to issue 1? That's where that one ends, right?
Yeah, it ends basically with her saying, like, she finds out her dad was cheating, and then there's this crazy thing going on in space, and you don't know what's going on with that. Yes. Okay. This is the front. Megan wants to see. So this is the front of the first one. The problem is, hey, it started in July. So the last issue just came out. This is the last issue. There is going to be a trade soon-ish, but I'm not sure if it'll be out before the movie.
And it was hard. I couldn't. They had to order the issue 1 for me from the comic shop, so we were still able to order, but it wasn't at my comic shop. Like, and they called around to the ones like all around. It wasn't anywhere in town. So that first issue was not anywhere in town. So it's going to be hard to find. Someone said it was like on eBay for like $20, the first issue of it. So.
Oh, Megan reads digital, so you should be fine then.
They
digital. I tell you, I try. It's just like Kindles. I can't. I need a physical. It just isn't the same. Like, I need to smell it and touch it, and I can't do it.
You gotta have like your little thing and keep like that's why I'm like.
Your bagger and your bags, yeah.
Like, for me, this is just like, I need the paper, but I also, it's like a keepsake.
Is that your number 2?
That's my number 2, and I was going to show you. Look at that.
Oh, because that's when the Fantastic Four was just coming back.
Yeah, and they made just the cover.
I'm really impressed with Fantastic Four series, series 2, but that's a conversation for another day. But yeah,
I've never been into the Fantastic Four. Never have.
No.
Just saying, but I mean, no. If you say it's good, maybe we're gonna have to we're gonna have to totally just have some more series after this one to talk about. But I was into this, like even the second one, because the second one, starts off, she's like has some flashbacks, right, of like her dad's funeral.
Yeah, hold on, wait a second. Someone's saying your voice is, what's going on with
her? What?
Someone said my ears, and someone said you sound like you're talking from the depths of hell.
That was my boy Atlas too. Am I still like that?
I don't know. I'm trying to turn your volume down on my end, but I don't know. I mean, keep talking. La 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 la.
Okay. Do I sound weird to you, Tessa?
You sound fine to me. I just turned you down to halfway, and you still sound the same. Say something again.
They said it's echo too. It's like an echo.
I don't know. It sounds fine to me.
You're probably gonna got a double input. I mean, you sound a little.
I wonder if it's when you closed down whatever you were doing, because you just closed it, right? Because she was fine before that.
No, I had closed it a little while ago.
Oh, it sounds fine over here.
This is weird. It's like echo, but isn't terrible. Totally from the depth of hell. Now I want to see what I sound like here.
I got you. Oh, it's gonna get crazy if you do it that way. I've got you all the way down.
We have some more series after this one to talk about, but I was into this. Like even the second one, because the second one.
Go way back. See if you sounded like that before. We can stop and start over. Not start over, but.
I still think I sound cute. Is it really bothering y'all though? Do you want to start over?
Is it bothering you guys? Do you want us to start over? I don't have a double input right now that I know of.
Trial and error. It is. Like we're totally trialing and erroring.
I mean, if it's not bad, do you guys want to continue and we'll figure it out for next time, or is it too much?
She said turn whatever you did down.
Turn it down more?
Turn it down more. Your reactions are awesome. They said it don't bother them.
All right. My reactions are both of our reactions are awesome, right? It's survivable. Okay, so we'll finish then. So Amanda, maybe just a little lower.
Okay. You know I can't get lower.
I know. I hear you.
I am loud. If y'all can't
oh my God! Now she's getting louder, guys. I'm sorry.
Joshua, I know. Okay, we're gonna get to that because we're just still we're still on issue 2, right? We are just getting issue 2, and there's 5. So when did issue 2 come out? When is?
It was probably August, September. What is this? There's usually one every 5 weeks.
Is that normal? Because I feel like this one was released really slow.
There's usually one a month, but this one had a few longer. It was probably one time there was like 6 weeks in between. It just depends on what's coming out. It is normal. There's usually about one a month. But if you've got a bunch of subscriptions like I do, you're still getting like 10 comics a week. So. Oh, someone said you sound better now. I didn't do anything.
Good. Can you share your screen with me though?
Weird. I can try. Let me see.
Because you're still frozen on my end.
All right, I'm going to share it. Let's hope it doesn't mess up, guys. Is this better? It moved her, but I'll move her back.
Oh, okay. Now I can see myself.
Is this better? Can you see it? And everybody, we're still okay, right? We're still okay?
This view. All right, issue 2. Now I can also see when I put it up here. So issue 2, I was like, oh, they're going to get into some flashbacks. Like, you see her at the dad's funeral, right? Mm-hmm. You see Carol at the funeral. And then that's when I learned, I was like, oh, she had like another brother. Yeah. She had the one brother, but she had another brother, Stephen Danvers, yeah. Yeah, Danvers. And did they say how he died?
I think he died in
like a war. Mm-hmm. Was it war? That's what I was thinking. So they showed her at the grave, and they both were buried like side by side.
Yeah.
And then, so she had that flashback, but then it goes to, right? It totally goes to like the brother's home. She's taking care. She's helping mom. Well, not really. She's still having some emotional problems.
Yes. Of course.
She's still having some emotional problems.
Well, she's like, what's going on with my mom? And
like,
my dad was
I've been told about all this, right?
Right. And well, no, she's trying to decide if she should tell her mom because she assumes her mom doesn't know.
Yeah.
Hey Perry, someone asked a question real quick. I know it's going fast. Someone said, "What version of Captain Marvel do you like the most?" Mine is Phyla-Vell. Currently, she's Quasar. I love Carol Danvers. I really do. Or Marvel. I do like Phyla-Vell, but I like her as Quasar. I think she's better.
Any more questions? Oh, they wanted the best comic book of all time. What do you think happened in the new?
What is the best comic book of all time?
Look, we got to stay on track.
I know.
We got to stay on track. Today we're doing Life of Captain Marvel, right?
Yes.
So yeah, she's like at home, and then did you even talk about this?
What?
In the first issue, how like she found the letters, right? She found that letters, but she like also found that device.
Yes, Amanda, I just said that. And I said she was smashing it and it set off a beacon into the sky. Yeah, I did. Right. That was like 10 minutes ago.
I was trying to figure out problems.
I know, that's true. You were, I know.
But then, look, it comes back. Something comes back. So that's what I was like, oh, that beacon just like came back or sent something and boom. Why when things land from outer space, it always lands on some farmland?
I know, you're right.
Poor people, it does. Poor people just want to make a living, farming their farms, and then they always gonna have crashing. Like it can't. And our world is mostly made like 3/4 water. It never lands in the water.
I know.
So yeah, something fell out the sky, and then you see. Dun, dun, dun.
I know. And immediately I was like, that's a Kree. She's blue.
Oh.
It's totally a Kree. Totally. Hey, CW.
CW.
Not to get
Calling
distracted.
Amanda. I saw somebody said, Earth calling Amanda.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then what is with this thing over her mouth, Tessa? What is
Well, it's
is
like
this
like she's coming from space, you know, like it's like a mask thing to breathe and all that crazy stuff.
That's what.
Or
that
also
is.
she was just born. So she might have had it when she was like born. Let me look at she was just created by that beacon.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. No, she doesn't have it in her mouth then, so it must be like just like when you travel in space, you need apparatuses attached to you.
And then after that happens, it goes to, so Carol's she went to the donut shop, and right here you're like, oh, they're gonna fall in love or something. Don't you think that? I'm like, oh, they're having conversations, and he's
like, I never forgot you.
Oh, their little story. I was just like, come on, kiss him, Carol, kiss him.
He wanted to, that's for certain.
So on this one, that's why I was asking that thing in the mouth, because look at this. You see when she totally like pulls it out and it has like tentacles or something.
Yeah, she's crazy.
I wouldn't mess with that thing. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. And then the poor guy, like she's always just punching people and killing them. I don't like her.
The poor farmer.
Poor farmer. So yeah, then goes back to Mama, and she's like, I'm gonna confront Mama. Yeah. I'm going to ask her about these. I'm going to tell her about these letters I'm found. I'm going to tell her all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I like this. She mentions it. And then, look, Mama, this is total comic book right here.
Yes.
Right? She mentioned it. Wait, I'm not getting in a good camera view. Wait, this way. No, this way.
Other way. I know. It's backwards. It's so hard. I get confused all the time, too.
Right? This way. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
So she like mentioned to the Mama, and then Mama's like, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, she's like, what?
What? Like the eyes get closer. So yeah. So she like mentioned the letters, but right there you're like, oh, Mama knew.
Oh yeah.
Mama knew what was up with that, and I had an inkling then. I'm like, when your husband dies, that's the first thing you're gonna do is go snoop through all their stuff, right?
Of course. What kind of woman would you be if you didn't do that?
Like, you think you the first one that found these letters, Carol? Oh no, Mama done snooped through the stuff. She knows everything. Mama knows. So, but she didn't want to talk about it now, did she? Like, she brought it up.
She brushed it aside real quick.
She brushed it aside. She didn't want to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And then like, I was like, she's upset. Look at that. Because she knew. She was like, Mama knows. And
she's like, I'm going to fly to the moon and punch it.
I know. I was like, you can't punch a pillow, Carol.
I know.
I went to the moon and punched in the moon. That's what happens.
Don't you wish you could do that sometimes?
I'm saying, like, superhero, we're over here punching pillows. I usually throw remotes. I broke many a remotes, Tessa. Many a remotes. But yeah, if I could punch a moon, I'm telling you, they would be like, what planet, Jupiter or something, has the most moons? They'd be gone. They'd be gone. And then here comes back the crazy girl. Here she comes back, trying to mess with, I still don't know which side to go to. Trying to messing with people. Like she was driving. Right here it is. She was driving. Don't have road rage when a scroll is around. I'm just saying.
It's a Kree, but you're close.
Don't have some road rage then, because she was driving, and that guy was like, watch where you're going. What happened to him?
I know.
That's why you just can't yell out in the streets what's going on. Because what happened to him?
He got in a little bit of trouble.
Don't tell a Kree how to drive. And then, I like this part. Because remember, she came back from the moon. She got all the rage out. And then she was like, I'm just getting out of here, right? She was going to leave. She was like, I'm done with y'all. And she was telling them bye. And she tells her brother bye, who was in that coma. And then, look, she's like, I love you. And he was like, oh. And then he wakes up.
I know.
Right.
When she says like, love you, I was like, oh, that's sweet, actually. Even though he was a big turd to her at the beginning.
So, yep, he wakes up when she's going to... So then I was like, you can't leave now, Carol. I mean, the brother woke up. You got things to take care of.
I know.
And then here comes the Kree as the boat captain.
Yeah.
And so that's how the issue 2 ends, which I like. But I'm glad... I'm telling you, I like reading the comics, but I don't have much patience. So I'm glad I got them all at once and then could just flip through it.
I know. And look, so someone just said, Atlas, he said he thinks he needs to skip the rest of the stream since he wants to read them and he doesn't want spoilers. Yes, they came out a long time ago, so wait for the paperback, but I hate to see you go, but we understand, but also, like, it's still worth totally reading because, like, it's so good. And the art, someone just said, yes, the artwork is amazing. It is. Show more of the artwork. We will. Of it. It's so good.
Let's see if we have the 3rd issue same cover. That one?
No.
Look how we have all the different ones.
I kind of love that.
I like mine better.
Yours are more like the movie. Like, I wonder if... You know what I watched last night that had Brie Larson in it? This is totally off the subject, but it was 21 Jump Street, and I forgot she was in that.
The one, the new one with, like...
Yeah, with Jonah Hill and... Yeah. I forgot she was in it. Anyway.
I like my cover. Okay, you do this one.
Okay.
Let's get it from...
Okay, bye, Atlas. That was only the first 2 issues, so...
Remember, Atlas... Tomorrow over on my page, Crazy Amanda Reacts, don't forget, Countdown to Infinity War. We're talking about...
I forgot.
Don't forget because...
I know. We got to pick I might go to take the girls to the movies, so we got to figure out a time.
Okay. But Joshua also gave me a link so I can watch it because I don't have it on DVD. So if you need the link...
I actually own every single Marvel movie on DVD, even Dark World, which is...
You own that one? Oh.
I know. Because it's Marvel, and I own everything Marvel. I'm crazy.
Bye, Heavy Duty!
Oh, bye, Heavy Duty!
Spoiler alert, the Skrulls only disguise as Kree.
We're not going to go, though. We'll keep talking.
He said at PBJ. Oh, they remember me as peanut butter jelly?
I know. I was talking about you yesterday. And I was like, we're going to be on, and I said Crazy Amanda Reacts, and they were like, no, peanut butter jelly time. I was like, well. I'm just reading, man. Do you like Captain Marvel with short or long hair? Oh, whatever's her preference. I don't care.
I like the long hair.
You do?
Look at that. Look at that. That just looks, because you can be feminine, like long hair feminine, and still like badass, you know?
Yeah,
like,
but I will tell you, when she cuts her hair, she goes, that's like, was like symbolizing her like becoming a total like badass. But now it's long again, so who knows?
That's what I'm saying. Why does she have to have short hair to be like, why can't she have long flowing hair? So that's why I like it. I'm like, no. She can have long flowing hair, look as girly as she wants, and still go kick your butt.
Yeah, oh my God.
Still go kick your butt. So that's why it's a symbolize to me. I'm like, oh no. She right here, because she can look like a beauty queen, like, but then no, like, nope. That's why I like it. I like the long hair. Okay.
So it starts off with, she's still coming. There she is. She's like, I'm going to come find this chick. So we don't really know, how she's tracking that. But, I immediately was like, obviously it's whatever that thing, that she's tracking that beacon thing, right? That's why she's going towards Carol. Might not be because of Carol herself, right? So she runs into this, like, fisherman, because, that's awesome. Because anybody who crosses her path, she's, like, destroys their stuff. Basically. So Carol's all mad and running and trying to de-stress, and then she finds her little boy toy there. He's, like, talking to her. That's what I'm going to call him. But she's also running. You see, she's actually running in the air, which I think is kind of funny. Can you guys see that? Nope, wrong way.
Yeah. And she didn't even realize it.
She didn't. No.
She didn't realize.
She's like,
You're in the air, girl. You better watch where you go. You're
gonna run into a bird. Well, anyway, then he decides to hang out with her, and they're like by the water, and they're holding hands. Yeah, that's nice. Amanda holding it up for me.
Holding hands.
And then we have an advertisement for the Wasp, which I think looks good, but I never read it. Anyways, so then she gets a flashback again.
Where's my flashback?
There's your flashback. Ooh, just about her being captain for the day. You know, she keeps thinking back to like good memories, and it's back and forth on good memories and bad memories. And then she's about to give the kiss. She's about to kiss him. Yeah.
He was going in for it.
He was, and she was kind of okay with it, but then she hears like beeping and honking, and she's like, well, something's going on. It's not a car alarm. I don't know what it is. So she goes home, and you see Joe out in his wheelchair, and he's like, what's going on? And then the mom is in there with the whatever, you don't even know what it is, but the beacon thing, right? Mm-hmm. And if I ever bet, listen, I know what I do with my comic books. It's still pristine. I know how to turn the pages. Don't you worry. Look at that. Still nice. It's still nice, Media Shock. You can calm down.
If you ever bent the pages of my comic book like that, I'd cancel your subscriptions for a year.
Trust me. I've been around a comic book a time or two. Now, where was it? Now I lost my train of thought. So her mom's messing with the thing, right? And they're arguing, and she says, listen, it belonged to her. And you're thinking, obviously, it's the guy that her mom was like, or her dad was hooking up with, right? The girl her dad was hooking up with. And Carol throws it right through the air, and it lands in the ocean. Okay?
I'm going to tell you, this is when I start suspecting, like, at first I suspect Mom. I'm like, Mama knows more than she wants to say, because, you know, about going, she's found those letters. But now this point, I was like, oh, something more is with Mama. Something more is with the mama. I just felt it at this point. Did you?
No, I didn't. I mean, I figured the mom like knew what was going, but not the big reveal. I had no idea. But I think it's because I've been reading her comics for so long. I just didn't even. It never.
Exactly.
Because you didn't even know it wasn't a revealed thing.
No. This is the first time I read Captain Marvel comics.
Yeah.
So I don't know much at all about the history.
So then Carol's talking to her brother, you know, and is like kind of bringing it up, and her brother's like, yeah, like, don't you remember? Like, hello, Carol. Don't you remember? And Amanda will show the flashback thing.
So they have a flashback because the brother's like, oh, yeah, when I was a kid, I done seen Daddy cheating on somebody.
Yeah. And you were there, Carol, and you saw it.
He's
some
like,
floating girl.
But look who Daddy was with. Some floating girl.
Yeah, floating girl,
right,
exactly.
Right there, some floating girl. So I was like, oh, he was with somebody with powers.
Yep, I know. And Carol's like, what? Oh, man, I must have buried that in my memory. But then you see, like, I thought it was really cool how they did it. You could tell, like, she's tracking them by, like, on the next page. I don't know. I can hold it up, too. But that's, like, what I don't want to say what it is, but what that being is seeing, you know, and you can see, like, kind of, you can tell she's, like, zooming in and, like, you see what I'm talking about? The black stuff. I just love when they do stuff like that.
I didn't even catch that the first time.
Yeah, it's like that's the like tracking beacon, right? Getting closer and closer.
So there's the tracking beacon, but look at right here, right?
Yeah. Isn't that cool? It's all the little details.
I did not even take that in the first time. It's given like locations.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even take that. I didn't appreciate that the first time. I kind of skipped over that.
Well, you were trying to get it read before this show, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So then she goes and she decides to talk to her mom. She's like, listen, you know, I guess I was like, let's just talk about this, basically. Like, we need to have a conversation. I'm not mad at you. Why didn't you tell me, right? Why am I the last to find out? If everybody knew, Joe knew, which is her brother, you know, she's like, everybody knew. Why didn't you tell me? And then they're talking more, and then Carol falls. She's like another panic attack.
Is that what that was?
I think so, yeah. Well, remember she had
what is going on?
Yeah, I think she's just having a panic attack.
Well, at first I was like, well, maybe because that beacon thing's getting closer, maybe it's like doing something inside of her, right?
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of a panic attack where you going down, like you're just sinking in the water and you can't even like stop that. You can't even swim.
Well, remember what happened? You didn't see it. So the beginning of the first one, when she was fighting with the villains, that's kind of what happened too in the first one.
Oh, yeah.
So she had like
yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I get it now. I get it.
Oh.
So, yeah, what?
Hold on. I need to answer this. Is there like a backstory of Captain Marvel, like how she got her powers? So yes, life's about to change for you. So in the past, she got in a spaceship accident, right? She was flying for NASA, whatever. She gets in an accident with a Kree like spaceship, and she ends up with powers. Like they kind of help her, and she just becomes like kind of like part Kree, right? That's the past. That's the life I've always known of Captain Marvel.
And Tessa, was she an astronaut then?
She was like a pilot, and then she started working for NASA. I don't know if she was ever technically an astronaut.
Because they kind of mentioned that in this series, and I was
a
wondering,
little bit
of like, and she was like talking about being in testing boundaries of driving, or flying planes, but also like they had her in space, right? In this one, like that was a flashback she had of being in space.
Flashback. Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, was she like an astronaut? Or
she was like Air Force, and I think she was like a loner or whatever, like with like she worked with NASA. I don't know if she was ever technically a NASA. I'd have to, that was a while ago. I'd have to go back and look, but I know she was Air Force, and then she worked with NASA. I don't know if she was technically NASA. Yes, Media Shock. Have you read this? Life is about to change for everybody. I was blown away. As soon as I read this, I was like, listen, I'm talking about this with somebody. I need everyone to read this. This is when I was like, Amanda, read it.
But I wasn't blown away because I didn't know the backstory. So she had to tell me, this is why. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. So here we go. There's Carol down underwater, and she can't breathe or move. She's having a panic attack. So her mom saves her, right? Pulls her out, is talking to her. Meanwhile, we've got the beacon thing wreaking havoc through the town. Yeah, you got it.
It's destroying the poor donut place.
Yeah.
Like, it's going through. That beacon don't play around. I was like, that little beacon just going through everything.
I know. So Carol's like, all right. Like, did you hear that?
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird.
Or was it Marco Polo?
Oh, my phone's on sound. Oops. I gotta turn it off because Amy might just start rambling.
Oh, so she was an Air Force and security officer for NASA, Dusty says.
Yeah, see, so she was Air Force. So I don't think she was technically NASA, right?
Okay, but she worked some for him.
Okay. Right. I think she was like a loner, they called it, or something. So anyway, Carol's like, all right, I gotta power up because like something's going on here, right? You see her like suiting up. It's crazy. And then... This is nuts. Okay, this is nuts. Her mom says, don't flip the page yet. Her mom says, you can't be out here. You don't get it, Ma, is what Carol says. And her mom says, stop, sweetheart. I can handle it. Besides, dun.
Stop. This is when, you didn't know by now, Tessa.
I didn't know.
You still know. I was like, that mom has some powers. That's
Listen,
what I'm thinking.
She's here for me. What?
See, for people that's never known the backstory, I was like, that mom's got powers. That mom, like, it was coming together as I was reading it. I was like, even when she was swimming, like getting the daughter and stuff, I was like, my mom couldn't pick me up and swim me to the top like that.
If you were drowning, you got mom, yeah.
They got mom strength, but still, I was like, that mom is something more. For someone who didn't know the backstory, I was like, that mom got some powers.
No. So Dusty, you knew the backstory. Were you like completely blown away? I was like, I had to go back and read because I was like, what? Like, I was like, no, her mom's not a Kree. Like, what is going on? That's not how she got her powers. She's human. And then she got in an accident and got powers. She wasn't half Kree. Like, what is going on? I was completely blown away.
They also kind of tell you how, like, she got her powers from the accident in these coming issues, too, right?
It's just, it's like, well, here's the thing, right? So it's a lot like the X-Men and stuff when you're like 13 to 15 or you're getting a major thing.
Totally a Kree, Evan.
I know.
Totally a Kree.
So I'm wondering if they're going to do like this in the movie or if they're not. I'm like, oh my God, I can't. Oh!
Totally a Kree. And this is after I was like, okay, the mom's a Kree. This is what I thought. I was like, that dad's gonna go and get drunk and beat him. That dad would have been dead if I was a Kree and I was the mom. He would have been dead a long time ago.
Would have punched him back.
I would have been having my Kree powers, doing some Kree moves up on him. That dad would have been gone. So I don't know what that's why I was like, I don't know if this makes some sense. Because you're going to she shows the flashbacks how the dad was drunk and going to hit her. Oh no, I would have pulled out some Kree moves y'all would never seen on that dad.
Oh, you're so funny. That's crazy. It was crazy. I was like, what is going on? I went back and I read it and I was like, are there hints? And then I was like, oh, there's definitely hints. But like, I didn't catch it when I was reading it because it never crossed my mind that
you know too much of the
right.
other stories, right?
Yeah, it never crossed my mind. I was like, what?
You know too much.
Like, everything I know is a lie. Like, what is going on? I was like, I can't.
Even though you say everything, you know, is there anything on these that totally has too many holes? Like, if you go back and read the other ones, or will it tie in good? Like, okay, you might not know the mom was a Kree in the other ones, but is there anything that would totally, from the other issues, say, oh no, that can't happen? She can't be a Kree.
I don't think there's anything. No, because she's and we'll read on a little bit, but she's kind of said she was planning on always keeping it a secret from her because she didn't want her to be her, or, you know, all sorts of stuff. So she was keeping enough of a secret. I mean, there's not really, because she ended up with Kree powers, so that makes sense. And then, honestly, like with the X-Men and stuff, when either something traumatic in their life happens or they reach a certain age is when they start to manifest powers. So it makes sense. Like, and they explain it a little bit in here. You're on the next issue, so I don't want to do it for you. But I don't think, I'd have to go back. But nothing in my head immediately was like, no, there's no way it can't happen because of this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a huge plot twist, Evans. I was like, what? Oh, we get the same one.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, did we get the same one this time?
We did.
Same cover.
Same cover. Oh, it was crazy.
So yeah, issue 4 though. I mean, you go right into the mom's backstory, right? Like Planet Hala.
Yes.
Hala, like Hala.
Hala. Yeah, Hala.
And it's showing like, what was this? Her as a little girl? Oh yeah.
She's training and stuff. Yep.
She's training and that's what they say, like, up in Planet Hala, like, they are at war right away. Like, from a little girl, she had to train.
The Kree are always fighting. Like, always fighting. It doesn't even matter. They're always in a war with somebody. Always. And or training to be in a war.
I grew up strong. So this is when, is it right here? Like, where does it get to when she's talking about...
how Carol got powers? I think it's in the... She says she'll explain later. At one point, she says... I'll explain, I promise, but right now we need to move. That thing's a Kree cleaner, and it's here for me. Mm-hmm. She says, but if you're, and she's like, a Kree soldier, then she's like, then I'm, and then you can read that part, because I kind of love that. I don't know if you know how to pronounce all those, though.
Oh, wait, if you're a Kree soldier, then I'm, you are Carol.
Yes.
Daughter of Mariel. So, the mom is Captain Mariel.
Which, Marvel, like, that's how all the Kree are. L. Yeah. So, that's why she's Carol. She's Carol. I'm like, oh my God, it makes sense. It's crazy.
The supreme champion of the Kree Empire, daughter of Hala, like Bud Wright and by Starlight.
Yes.
And then what is
I love what
Carol
gonna
say? Ma, stop.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, after she just busted out with all that supreme protector of the champion, she's like, Ma, stop.
Yeah, I know.
I like that. This is crazy. You just made me pancakes.
I know.
I was like, that's the best comeback you could have asked for.
I'm going to type to you guys how it's spelled, because you guys are talking about it.
So they're having that conversation, and here comes the crazy girl right there. She was just like, traitor, face me. So I was like, y'all really got to catch up on this later, because that crazy girl's about to come.
Yeah.
And they battle. Look at that. They are battling. And
there's Chewie.
What? Oh,
Chewie.
Yeah, the cat. Where was it? Oh, there.
Chewie's like, get me out of here.
Chewie's running. But yeah, they're battling. And first, the mom was like, you stay out, right? She didn't want her daughter to fight her. She's like, this is mine. You let me handle it. Well, isn't
that what you would do to your kids, right? I'd be like, back up. I don't want you to get hurt. I will handle this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's all there fighting her and everything. But then, I was like, Mariel. Right? How do you say it?
Mariel, yeah.
You old too.
She is.
I was like, you couldn't handle it by yourself, but when's the last time you fought? You didn't even hit the dad back and you haven't gone and haven't busted a moon like lately. No. I was like, you better let daughter help you. You better let her help you. So then, huh?
You're so funny.
So wait, what happened here? Oh, I skipped.
Well, they get in the fight, and she's like, "Stay away from my daughter," like, because she's trying to stop her, and then she like f's her up.
Oh, the mom.
Yeah. She goes, you know, they can go binary, like they can go like crazy, insane powers. Where, well, you'll see more of it later, where they just.
Oh yeah, so because they were still fighting, and then she's like, "Oh wait, what did she say?" Oh, that's the part I wanted to explain. So. Carol didn't get.
Oh, the next page,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's already destroyed the cleaner's not there. Just so you guys know, the cleaner's gone.
The cleaner's gone, but then they start explaining because the mom was like, your powers have to be activated.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So as a kid, her powers was not activated until you have some kind of traumatic, like stress thing, which is when her powers, like in space, got activated. But the mom said, she's like, listen. Up in Holla, we got wars all the time. You activated at birth.
Right. Yes, exactly. What's I say? They're always fighting.
Yeah, she's like, up in Holla, we always fighting. You get your powers like right away at birth. You just better just come out of there with some powers.
Yeah.
So she was like, I got mine right away, but yours is like, she tells her, yours wasn't activated till you had like a traumatic experience. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And I wondered where they talked about it. So that was here.
Yes.
Right? And then... Oh, and then she totally goes on the flashback of how her and the dad met.
I know, which I kind of loved.
She was was it in this issue or is this? I might have like not even remembered it. Why did she escape Hala?
Why did she escape Hala? She was on a mission. She didn't escape Hala.
Yeah, so her mission, they sent her on a mission to Earth, but they didn't say right away what was the mission, right?
Right. No, they don't. Not till the very end.
Yeah. So okay. So you never know what the mission and why she's sent to Earth, right?
You just know she was sent there.
To Earth, splash. Oh look, she actually lands in the water this time, not a cornfield.
I know, right? She just says,
not a cornfield.
"I was sent to Earth on a mission." That's it. Boston was never my target, but I was blown off course.
Mm-hmm. And she lands in the water. Oh, I heard a. Hello. I heard a feedback. I hear feedback.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I did. But all right, it's all right now.
Oh.
So yeah, she lands in the water, and that's when the dad and the uncle, they were like all in the boat. They were boat captain.
Yeah.
They were on their boat, and they found her, and I like how she said this right away. She's like, I couldn't just go and swim. I had to act like I had to act like I need to be saved. I was all like, help! I was help me, right? And he like saved her, and she had to act like she was cold and shivering and all that. So yeah, then they give their,
I know,
they give their little wooing story. Like he took her bowling, and she threw that bowling pin, and all those pins like got demolished. Or they were at like a sports game, and she starts floating in the air.
I know.
Like that dad knew something was funky going on,
but
she had to finally come out and tell him.
Right.
She finally came out and tell him what was going on, and then we didn't say this part because he already had the two sons.
Yes.
Now, was that in the backstory? Did you think the two sons were just his?
Yeah. They're her stepbrothers. Yes.
So you knew that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't know. I wasn't sure. So, yeah, they got married, and the sons are there, and blah, blah, blah. They had the baby. Like, they had her, started calling her little Bean.
Yeah.
Growing up, like the dad, though, one thing you have to know, like, growing up, the dad really wanted to, like, shelter her, like, not know that she has powers, not try to invoke, like, her powers, not even want her to want to do with anything with space. Like, he wanted to just... Right here.
A human, yep. Well, one thing, too, that when they show them getting married, she says those letters that broke your heart, Carol, those were written to another woman, the one he was afraid of losing, Mary L., someone I no longer am, someone I no longer want to be. So he was afraid to lose the woman he fell in love with, right? I mean, everybody changes, but, like, so he wrote those letters. They were actually technically to her mom. He was not cheating on her mom. He was writing them to her mom.
Important.
But...
So he was saying, like, he fell in love with her alien side. Is that what we're saying? Like, I was kind of confused with that, too, because he's like, I was losing, like, she was now, like, the mom and not wanting to reveal stuff. But he was actually, like missing that, right? That's what
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Which is weird because then on the flip side, he wants the wife to be that person he first fell that marry out, but then he don't want the daughter.
Right. Well, it's a very double standard type. I think he just didn't want her to be in danger, honestly. If what he's learned about the Kree, does he want his daughter to be off fighting all the time? And, and he probably was afraid they were going to try to take her back to the planet,
Yeah. And that's, which is important. Like when she decided this and fell in love and got married, that's when she shut her tracking thing off.
Yeah, she did.
Good. Right? She abandoned Hala. And she was like, no more Hala. I'm here. I'm going to live this life.
Mm-hmm.
Totally disconnecting. They moved, right? They moved to another place, another state. Like they moved out of town. They was in hiding. They was in hiding from Hala.
Yes.
But that's when it began to change.
Dun, dun,
that's
dun.
when the drinking began.
Yeah,
Look,
I know.
that's when the drinking began.
Yep.
Oh.
I know, it's so sad.
And then
yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, this stuff is normal backstory, too. What you're about to read is normal, like, Carol backstory, where she leaves the home and stuff. Is that where you were going to talk about? That is, yeah.
Because I was like, that's why I said, you're like, this is, we knew this, right? This is all, okay, we knew it. And then while they're talking about it, the brother's there, right? The brother's there, and they're like, what, crash, what's going on? Wheelchair flipped. Who would flip a wheelchair?
We know who would flip a wheelchair. Yeah.
Oh, wait, which way do I go? This way.
That way. Yep, she's back. Brother. And she's got the brother.
She took the brother. And that's how this one ends.
Well, read what she says, because that's a bit, the one at the bottom is pretty big.
We're at, Marielle, orphan of Hala. I bring you word from the Empress Pama. You've been tried, and found guilty all counts. Let the legends of Hala burn with your name, and your sentence is death.
Dun, dun, dun.
Treason, death.
I know.
And I was like, you guys tell her death, and then you take this poor boy.
I know.
Like, how are you gonna?
He can't even use his legs. Why are you?
No, you can't. He's got brain injuries. So that's how the fourth one began, or ended. Sorry.
I know. And then we had to wait like 6 weeks or something crazy for the fifth one. It was so long. It felt so long.
While you're waiting, this is when you hear, like, you were like, there's supposed to be a bomb drop. Now, how did you hear about that?
Well, no, I knew. I could just tell that. I mean, if the major bomb is that her mom's a Kree, they're not going to do it in the third issue, right? Or second issue, whatever it was. Third issue, I think. So I knew there was going to be something. There had to be more.
Look, now they're calling me crazy PBJ. I'm not crazy Mamarax. Now I'm crazy PBJ.
Yes.
I was also at the Captain Marvel set. I was.
We were, and we can't say anything about it still. All we can say is we were there, and it was amazing. We touched things. We talked to people.
We touched things. I touched many of things there.
We touched things. Someone might have smelled things. We talked to people.
Yeah.
We saw things.
It will be revealed in the coming months of things that we've touched.
And smelled.
But I got to say this. When I saw that last trailer,
I know.
Like, there was things.
There was so many things.
So many things. I was like, I touched that. Oh, I was there. That's my scene. That's what this. That's.
I know.
It was neat, like seeing all that.
I know. And I was like, I can't say it. I want to be like, guys, I did this, and I did that, and I did this. So hopefully soon I can tell you everything, and we'll have so many pictures. Like I plan to give you guys, and I know Amanda does too. I'm sure a video of like, here's all our pictures, and this is what happened, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
So
it was fun.
Last issue.
Now I will tell you. I started crying.
Different covers.
We do. Yeah, we already said that. I started crying when I picked this up because
when I walked in there, Tessa, I was looking because you told me that
I warned you. I Marco Polo'd Amanda cry tears. I'm like, be prepared.
I was saying, Tessa was like ugly crying. She's like, oh, Amanda. Like doing the hiccups, when you're crying. I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong, Tessa? She's like, up too, I bet. But so when I was going in there, I was looking for that, right? I was like, oh, because, I mean, that new comic wall was huge there. Like, I was like, where's the new comics? And they're like, over there. And I'm like, tons of that new comics. So I was like, well, let me look for that black stripe. But that was on more than just.
It's on every single Marvel.
Every single Marvel.
All my Marvel ones. All of them that I got. That was on top of them. That was the thing. I was like, I can't. And then in the back, there's like a thing. Oh, did you read it?
Box, yeah. His soapbox. Now, was that soapbox the same on everyone?
Yeah. Oh, well. I don't know now. Because I only read it in this one. And then I think it. I'll tell you right now because I got one sitting right here.
Because I wondered that. I was like, oh, I wonder if they put a different little soapbox. But I would think it'd be the same. Because it kind of tells you.
Oh my God, my thing is such a mess. Yeah. Where is it? I got so many comics I need to read. Here we go. I can compare right now. Look, this one. Ooh, Guardians. I think it is, but yeah, it is.
Heroes, hang loose heroes. I love how he even wrote his little soapboxes. Like it was like a comic, like hang loose heroes. Like you can hear it in your head. You know,
I know. Don't make me cry.
All right, come on. And then when he's like, "That's it, pussycat." All right, come on. No, we got to get through this.
I already was, so I cried when I picked it up. Then when I finished it, I cried because I'm a baby. I cried at the end, and then I get to that part, and I'm like, I can't take this anymore. My head was pounding. I had to take my contacts out. I was like, I am a mess. I can't.
But yeah, this is the last issue, number 5, right? This is the last number 5 of this series.
The last one in the series, which is so sad, but usually they pick up with something else, and
Yeah. So yeah, this is where I learned about all her. It was a flashback of her Air Force training.
And I can skip over that a little bit, but you basically see that she's working with NASA, and you see she's talking to some guy, and she's calling him star stuff, and they're flirty.
Like, they're making out, like her and this guy. They are going at it. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. They are.
I was like, ooh, Carol, you got a pass, girl. You got a pass.
I know. So then it cuts back to, the cleaner's got the brother, and she's like, Carol wants to go after him, and then her mom's like, no, listen, like, let me go after it. Basically the same thing, like, I'll handle it. Well, they go together, right? There you go. You see, they're fighting off these, whatever they are, drone thing. She calls it a clone drone, right? So she's fighting off those. And then they go to like a burning building. Yep, there you go. You got it. And they basically hang Joe up like he's a trap, right? And she's like, he's obviously a trap. Look, my other computer just went to sleep and it made me dark. Hold on. There we go. So anyway, she's like, it's a trap. And it was a trap because out comes the cleaner about to just beat Carol, right? And so, of course, the mom, she's rescuing Joe, but she comes over to try to help. I'm trying to not give. I guess we'll give the whole thing away. It just came out, but
we have to.
I know, but so
we told them we're talking about this. Y'all should have had.
That's true.
Y'all could have read these.
I know. Amanda did. Byron's here. Hello, Byron. Hi.
Hi, Byron.
Then
this is what
one of the parts I thought this part was the coolest when they joined forces.
Because the mom was like, "Okay, we need to join forces." And then they do.
And the
their
art
thing,
is amazing.
Right? Like the fire. And
yes. I mean, look at that.
And they totally show them.
Oh, the two of them. I mean, that panel right there is one of my favorites. Down and over. Like the two of them just being all. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Right there. Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Cool too. I was like, damn. I was like, badass. I was like, look at them go.
Yeah, they're crazy. Like, it's amazing. But then. So you see, like, Carol's like, I can't handle it. Like, I can't take it. Because she's only half Kree, really, and her mom's full Kree, right? So she's like, right? And you see this big, like, explosion thing. And Carol's kind of, like, falling. And then you see more flashback to her times in NASA.
Yeah, so that's where I was like, is she an astronaut or what? So,
yeah.
And time and space.
And it's every other panel, which I think is cool. Like, one's a flashback and one's, like, current. Yeah. And then flashback, current, flashback, current. So she's fallen right now. And then you see she's like, dude, why are you taking your helmet off? The guy she's just making out with, she's like, you can't, like, breathe in space. And he's like, oh, I'm Kree. My name's Marvel. Which was, like, crazy because Marvel trained her. Like, she had a whole thing with Marvel. Like, it's really cool. Yeah. Oh my God. Just look at that. And like, look at her like costumes and oh my God, it's just the so coolest thing. So anyway, that talks about there's the accident and that's kind of how she got her powers, right? That's what happened right then. That's like real though. That's like what happened.
They're tying it together.
So they're tying it together, right?
Like, and I think this issue is like showing you like, no, like we are tying it together. It makes sense. Like you can't go and be like, that's not the story. Like,
right. We're not pulling this out of left field. Like, do you remember when this happened, basically, right?
Yeah.
So then they're back fighting the cleaner. She's got like this crazy armor now, which I was like, where did all this stuff come from? This is nuts. She's got like a spear and like, it's crazy. But then...
Oh, yeah, I didn't even recognize. She comes back.
I know.
She does. She suits up. Where'd she get that?
I know. I was like, what?
Where did she get suited up?
She had them, like, you know, I mean, it's a different one, right? Because that's what all those things are. They said they're clones, right? So obviously that one had armor with it. I don't know.
And then she threw her spear.
And she says, if your half-breed child wants to share your fate... Hala will not deny her. And so she's about to kill Carol and...
Oh, no, she didn't just call her half-breed. Oh, no, she didn't.
I know, right? But what happens?
I know.
Her mom jumps in the way.
She was going to spear
Carol, I know.
Carol, she was going to spear, and the mom sacrificed. That's what happens, right? The mom got in between. She's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Sacrificed herself for her daughter. Got in the middle and was like, you ain't...
Which, as a mom, I mean, I'd probably do it. And so she's basically dying, and her mom's like, what? Or Carol's like, what's going on? And she gets all mad, and she blows this one up. I mean, she gets...
Y'all. Look at that. Look at those eyes.
Yeah, I know. She's...
Like, she went crazy. You think she was going crazy on those one people. She kaboomed.
I know. She does. And then she takes her mom, and her mom's dying, and she takes her too. And it's so... Her mom gives her a necklace thing, and she takes her, like, up to the moon, kind of, and then her mom wants to go to the lighthouse.
Where she met
the dad. I know. Joshua Stark says, oh, wow, Marvel killed a parent. How original. I mean, you're not wrong. So she goes to the...
in the other series, the mom was always alive?
Yeah, she's just a human mom. I think she's talked about her before. I don't think we've seen her much.
Oh, okay. So, this is the mom died. Like, this is like, so that's what I'm saying. It's just continuation.
Right.
It's the continuation. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like by itself. It's like in the universe, this is what like in the Avengers, they're probably going to talk about how her mom died. You know what I mean? But so... What?
Damn half-breeds.
I know. So then her mom's dying, and she says to her, listen, you never told me what was your mission. And she's like, isn't it obvious? It was you. My mission was always you, and I'm not going to cry.
But I was like...
That's the last thing her mom said.
Okay, but now I was trying to figure this out, Tessa. Mm-hmm. That was her mission, to go have a half-breed baby?
Yeah, probably. Kree test and run They're devious people.
Oh, so they wanted to like probably do experiments.
I'm sure. So they wanted her to go have a baby, come home, not fall in love and get married. I mean, think about it. She could easily have just gone to a bar and been like, "I'm pregnant. I'm coming home." You know? I mean, really.
Oh, so they wanted her to go and have
get knocked up and.
But she's the protected of this and the part and the power of Hala, this, like that big title, and then you're gonna send like, what is she, like the princess there or something, or she's
just a Kree warrior. They all have crazy names.
She's a warrior. She
yeah.
She ain't one of the top people. She's just a warrior.
Yeah, so they're all their names are so and so of so and so of so and so of Hala and blah blah. You know,
the warrior's supposed to go have some unprotected with these Earthlings, right? Go make a Kree baby, make a half-breed baby, and come back. But then she was like, she fell in love. I mean, I told you, like, you can tell. Like, she loved that guy. Wanted to go to the lighthouse. Like, she fell in love, wanted to have a family. And I would tell, like, if you're going to come from the Kree land, and all they're doing is fighting, then you're going to come to Earth, and they donuts. They got donuts. They got snacks and Netflix. Like, she watched some Netflix. I'm just saying, I wouldn't go back either. I don't want to go back. So I'm with you. I'm with you, Mama. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say. I understand.
I know. I hear you too. So then she says, like, Carol's looking through old pictures, and she says she doesn't see her mom's face anymore. She just sees the light of the stars. And
so what do you think that's in her head? Or really?
Yeah, it's in her head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, well, they got some kind of special powers now. They turn their pictures into just light?
No, because look at it floating away, and you can see it's normal floating away.
Oh, okay. See,
yeah.
Tessa pays attention to these details.
I do. I will sit and I can look at a page for like an hour if I wanted to.
I'm just reading and I'm getting the gist of it. And, I'll forget stuff, but she watches the hair grow.
Yeah.
She does.
I know.
Which is good. That's why we need to come talk about this, because we are still live, heavy duty.
Yeah.
We went through 5 issues today.
I know. You missed the big reveal. So then she meets up with Iron Man, right?
Oh,
and he's like, come on back. Well, it's sweet because he's like, come on back. The Avengers need you. She's like, they do. She's like, well, I need you. Which, if you guys know, and I don't know if I've ever told Amanda about it. I don't know if we've talked about it. Civil War 2, which was last year's crossover, like, those two were she literally knocked Tony into a coma. Like, they hated each other. They were fighting against each other. I have a recap video on here if you guys want to. That's easier. But they were really at odds. So to see them this close, like hugging, and it's a big deal for the two of them because they like hated each other last summer. Like hated each other.
And what I like though of this particular panel is like Tony Stark is so not a sensitive guy.
I know.
Like so not. And I mean she just lost her mom and some things were revealed. Like she's been like this girl been through some stuff lately, right?
Yeah.
She's trying to be like sensitive, and I'm like, and just I love how though like they totally keep my character and just like that's Tony Stark. Like he can't. Like he tries to be there for it and sensitive and the shoulder and he's just. But she realized it too. She's like, he's trying, but you ain't doing a good job. But
I know. But when he says he's proud of her, he's like, your mom's looking down at you, proud of you. And she's like, well, how do you know? He's like, because I'm proud of you. And it's like, Tony.
But still he's like, I'm proud of your space face.
Yeah, right.
Still, I have to throw, because I'm proud of your space. Like you still have to throw some insults in there, Tony.
I know. And then she says bye to her dude that her little boy toy that.
I know, did it? And then, well, no, this is the part I didn't like. I didn't like this part.
Okay.
Like, he's been through his donut shop got blasted because of you, girl. Like he just revealed all his life he was in love with you. He just revealed that like all this stuff and been through some stuff. Like that town been through some stuff. He tried to go in the kiss before, and then you're just gonna stop it. And then this is how you want to pay him.
She's gonna give him a kiss
on the peck on the cheek. Even give him some lips.
I know.
I would be like, I'm done with you. I'm done with you, girl. Like I'm done.
I know.
Give him a little peck on the cheek, and I gotta go build a donut shop back. Oh no.
I know. And then she says, it ends with her saying, this is how my story ends, how all stories end. Mine is a warrior's story told in a battle and blood and sacrifice. Mine is a mother's story told in the life of my daughter and the life of Kal-El, the greatest warrior in the universe will ever know. My story will live in her legend, but she will live in my heart. So. And
then they have that. But then on this one, they also have a letter from that writer, right?
Yes. A lot of them do. A lot of them have stuff like that.
I didn't read it all. I skimmed it, but she kind of was like, this ends my time of this Captain Marvel series. But she was talking about someone else is taking the reins.
Yep. And that's usually what happens when you have a small series like this. Like there was Guardians of the Galaxy, and it went into the Infinity War, right? Guardians ended, and Infinity War started. So, and so they're saying, so Captain Marvel #1 is on sale in January. I will definitely be getting it. I will for sure be getting it. Because I'm excited to see where her story goes, Oh, no,
we got to keep up with this now. I'm invested now. So, plus with the movie coming out, like, it's just kind of like doing some little research before the movie comes out,
Mm-hmm.
But.
Oh, I got to get this for Joshua.
Have all your minds been blown, y'all? Have all your minds been blown? There you go, Joshua.
Without her costume. That makes him happy. He likes when they don't have costumes. There you go. There she is.
It's nice that these two ladies take the time to stream us updates.
Aww.
Yeah.
Let me try to scroll up. Boy, we got a lot of comments here.
We do. I don't even, like, we've been just talking, so it's going to be a lot to go through.
Yeah, I'll go through
Have you seen the trailer for Men in Black? Yes, and mine was uploading. So
okay, good.
We go, like, probably leave. I'm probably going to push that publish button. I don't think I even did that yet. So, yeah, mine will be up. But Tessa's is already up, heavy duty.
Yes,
so
mine's up. I'm
and
excited.
It's not Crazy PBJ. Crazy Amanda Reacts. Y'all forget the PB and J. All right? Y'all got, even though I still sing the song, it's Crazy Amanda Reacts. But you can go check it out. And tomorrow.
Yes.
We don't know the time yet.
We don't know the time yet. I got to figure out which movie I'm going to. Because it just depends on, there's a 10 o'clock and a 1 o'clock. So I just got to figure out.
What do you want to see?
Mary Poppins with the girls.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but we are going to live stream, because we're every week on Crazy Amanda Reacts on my site. We're going to live stream and talk about the Marvel movies and countdown to Endgame.
Yes.
This week is The Incredible Hulk. And we're going to
Ed
talk
Norton
about
version.
it. What are you saying?
I said the Ed Norton version.
You don't like the Ed Norton version?
I don't love it. Only because, and I liked it until I saw Mark Ruffalo as Bruce and Hulk, and I was like, oh, Mark Ruffalo's way better. But I didn't, so like going back and watching it is kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Oh, thank you, Byron. So you better be there tomorrow, Byron.
Yes.
And if y'all need a link, Joshua will give you a link to the pirate. Don't tell YouTube we said that. Don't tell YouTube.
Don't get my channel banned, Amanda. We're on mine. Don't get me banned.
It's on my page. You put the link. Where'd you put the link on, Joshua? He put it on one of my videos. I think it was maybe my Bumblebee live stream.
Oh.
It might have been on that, because I was like, get me a link, Joshua, because I don't own it. And I don't want to pay for that one. That's one I was like, I don't want to pay for that one. Like the other doors.
I've already paid for it, so.
But we'll be
Mark
on.
Ruffalo, yes. Oh my God. I've been in love with him since 13 going on 30. I can't. I love him. Have you seen that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
With Jennifer
Garner, yes.
Garner. Oh, yeah.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah, he did do some old school just comedies like that were pretty good.
When he does the Thriller dance, oh my God, I love him so much.
Yeah,
yes. He's amazing.
So this was so much fun though, Tessa.
I know it was fun. Maybe our comic book corners in the future won't be an hour and a half long like this one.
No,
but
because we're not going to do all 5 issues.
No.
We'll do like 1 or 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do 1 or 2.
We'll do 1
or 2.
or 2.
But no, you should totally start giving everybody homework. Right?
I should. I know. What should we?
The next one. Well, you said the Captain Marvel, that's coming out in January.
Yeah, that's coming out in January. Next, I mean, we can kind of catch up on Infinity Wars stuff, but that could take forever. There's a whole ton of them. But the end one is in January.
I'm gonna have to look too, because
we'll figure it out.
It's gonna pick some Marvel stuff. I could pick some DC.
Catwoman's really good too, but it's on issue 6. Catwoman is really good.
You know, that's my favorite villain of all time, Catwoman. Like Marvel,
I know.
DC, everything. I love
She's up there on mine too. She's in my top 5.
Yeah, so I could totally do that one too. Now, how many issues of that one has been out?
I think the 6th one just came out this week. Let me see. It's right here.
Okay.
Maybe number 6.
Maybe we can do a couple of those, catch up, do a couple issues at a time on that or something like that. But we'll figure it out.
We will. So no real homework this week, but think about it. You guys tell us what you want us to talk about and read too.
She went live early yesterday. Tessa went live early.
I did. I had to because my daughter's holiday party was supposed to be today, and they moved it to yesterday. So
And that's the thing. We're gonna with the holidays.
I know.
Our times are gonna be all over the place for the next couple weeks.
I know. So I don't know if I'm gonna do a regular live next week. I might just do this live and then Amanda's live. I might. Well, I'll see. It's just gonna be hard because, if I got family coming and kids are off of school, so.
But this is fun. I love going live with y'all and talking to everybody. I love us going live together. It's so much fun. Do y'all like it?
I know, it is fun. It's kind of cool. The X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue. Oh, I've got X-Men Gold, X-Men Blue, and X-Men Red, and I haven't read any of them. My husband's been reading them. And so they're like in his pile, and I haven't even picked them up yet. And there's like probably, I don't even know, 200 in there.
Joshua said you're going to need Dusty in here someday. You could, with this program, you can even do 3 people.
If you have Skype, Dusty, I sure can.
Yeah, like we can bring in some people, like sometimes. Dusty could.
Whoever has Skype, one of you guys. I mean, Joshua, you want to be on with us one week? Let us know.
That's what I'm
Skype
saying. Like,
it in.
we can totally bring in
Heavy
just 2
duty.
people,
I
too.
mean, this will be fun. We can totally do it. I'm all about that. It just needs to be Skype. Just don't randomly call me at random hours of the night, and don't show me your body parts, and we're good.
Oh, we love streaming with y'all.
Yes.
Well, look, even if you don't have Skype,
you just download it.
You know how to download. It's free. It's free.
It is free.
I need to say it's free.
Yes. It's free. Yeah, so we'll definitely, I mean, maybe like starting next year, we'll figure out like a plan of having guests and stuff. Cause I can't like 100% guarantee it's going to be Thursday next week. So once we know, and we'll pick, like Dusty might say, oh, I'm really super excited for this one comic. Well, come on and we'll all talk about it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll pick different, and we got to get these technical difficulties down.
I know. I mean, I guess
we got to figure some of that stuff out. But,
I know.
But it's coming. It'll be coming. We got plenty for you. 2019 is coming at you.
I don't think this is 2019. I think this is like 1980. Raise the roof. Or 90. I don't even know.
That's true.
Oh, God. All right, I gotta go. I haven't had lunch, guys. It's almost 2 o'clock. This is crazy. This went on so long.
Come talk to us tomorrow. And I just got that ability on that community that I can put up messages.
Yes, I got that too. It's fun.
So maybe in the morning when we figure out a time, I can throw a message up of what time.
Yeah, that's perfect.
On my page, Crazy Amanda Reacts. So look for that little community throwing message thing up, because I'll try it tomorrow.
I'm going to try something. Let me try something. If you guys don't already to me, let's see, is this going to work?
Uh-oh. Technology.
Is it going to work? Wait, I got to make sure it works though. I got to put it above you. Ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Subscribe! Is that the coolest thing? That's the coolest thing. Guys, you got to make sure you subscribe. Ready?
Do it again.
Subscribe!
And it turns colors.
It does.
Subscribe. Coming
It's so fun.
to 1995.
Oh, yes.
All right, y'all. Have a good day, and hopefully see y'all tomorrow at my page.
I know. We'll find a time soon. I just got to figure out when I'm going to the movie. That's the main thing. So.
All right.
All right.
See you next time.
Bye, guys.